You now tuned into the JixRoc special. Hey, bro, y'all see the title? Like, I'm bending close over here because my mic's right here. This one don't work because I don't got an adapter for these headsets. So I might as well just put this up. I'm recording my audio on my phone, so it's all cool. Y'all see the title of the video. I was not peak in high school. Now, I just graduated last year, class of 2022. I was my class of 2022. You guys graduated some class of oral history. It will be in years to come because of this guy right here. But hey, I'm already seeing people fall off. It's crazy. Just got out of high school. So in 2 to 3 years to come, I'm gonna see lots of more people fall off. I know what to do with their life, right? We lost, we flipping burgers and shit like that. Even though you don't even feel me, I respect the grind, but you about to see, this guy, One Cloud 9, channel will be in the description below in this video. Y'all should be sure to check them out. And the link to this video exactly is gonna be in the description below. Y'all be sure to check that out as well. But like I said, I'm already seeing people fall off. He's gonna give examples of people who fall off or what not to do. I'm gonna just give my little 2 cents in the video, and that's it. Let's get into it.
Peaking in high school is just embarrassing as hell. Like nowadays, so many people just peak in high school, and I feel like it's just becoming a recurring problem. Because if you consider the 4 years you spent in high school to be the peak of your life, you honestly have a sad ass life. That's just the truth.
Yeah, bro, you be surprised. You talk to some family members or older cousins and stuff like that, or you just listen to some old guy on the street. You riding the bus home, you talking to some old guy on the street. You ask him what's one of the best moments of your life. It'd be like high school. 4 years, best time of your life. Went to all the parties, fucking all the bitches and stuff like that. For real. Hey, every dog has his day. That's what I'm gonna say. Every dog has his day. You might not have been the popular person in high school, but if you put that work, you put your head down, you put that work in, the underdog gonna win, right? Hey, but we underdogs. All my niggas on this channel, we underdogs. We digging right now just so we can get to the top in years to come. That's what we're gonna be doing, you feel me? But we already know a lot of people, superstars in high school, that flare out in the real world. Once they get out of high school, it's over for them. Don't let that be you.
And like you can always tell the people who are going to peak in high school. Usually it's the popular rich kids who spend all of daddy's money, and when they don't have daddy no more, they got to get a job and live a regular.
Hey, if you from the hood, if you black, the equivalent to this is like, yeah, a nigga with family who gives them some money and stuff like that, or a nigga that's selling that good, whatever, or scamming, and they give him money. He buying all the new shoes, or he got a new car. Feel me? He got a new 2022 car, 2023 car. Driving around picking up girls and shit like that. This, that, and the third. Buying snacks 24/7. That's the example right there. But we already know if you went to a regular high school, predominantly white high school, you already know the rich white kids. You feel me? They everywhere. Pulling up in Jeeps or a G-Wagon in school at 16, bro. Come on, dog.
Average, boring life, or end up flipping burgers for a living because they dropped out of college. Or it's the athletes who were the shit in high school but ended up being shit in college who be flipping my burgers too. Could also be the hoes too. Don't forget about them. All them school bops that were a fan favorite on them cold, lonely nights where you had nobody else to text. They finna peak in high school too. All in all, nobody wants to end up.
Some hoes. 2, 3 years, or 6 years if we being generous. Gonna be looking like a Nanny McPhee. With a 20-pound gut. Come on, son. What we doing?
Like this. Nobody wants their high school tenure to be the peak of their lives, even if they were crazy lit in high school. At the end of the day, high school is only 4 years. And if we're being real, you're only going to be lit for 2 of them, junior and senior year. So today, I'm finna give y'all a guide.
I saw him pausing too much, but he giving out some good tips in the beginning. Later on in the video, I'm going to just let it play out. I ain't going to talk too much, but hey, hypergamy is a real thing. You be in high school, just be chilling. You freshman, you just coming to high school, and You trying to get you another freshman girl. You trying to bag her. You feel me? You trying to spit mag or whatever. You can't mag no girls because guess what the girls are going for? The freshman girls are going for the seniors. They're going for the juniors. They're going for the high ups. Some go for the college guys, right? So for guys, the only lit years we really have is a junior and senior year, right? In terms of college, right? I mean, in terms of high school, right? It's when all the girls are coming on to us and stuff like that. In general, you probably grew taller, stuff like that. You got a better understanding how to move around, how to interact with people. Probably a little bit more charismatic, have better social skills. That's what it is. You feel me? And in the real world, it's that time, and even more. You feel me? But a lot more difficult to obtain those skills and really shine. You feel me? It's a lot more easy in high school. When you get to the real world, completely different.
How not to peak in high school. Shout out to the people who already did it. Check out their videos. They're really good too. And besides that, y'all know I don't waste time, so let's go ahead and get into it. Rule number 1, don't get a big ego. See, getting a big ego is where most people go wrong in high school. See, a lot of people think that their high school is the only thing that really matters in the world. Even though we're all aware that other high schools do exist and other realities, we just think our high school is everything. Especially if you live in America, like we're just cocky in general. My point being, if you're in high school and you're a star athlete at your school or you're just popular in general, you think you're the king of the world. Everybody knows you at your school, everybody's cool with you, most people like you, and everybody knows you just a lit nigga at that school, man. So naturally, this would just give you an inflated sense of ego. Because if everybody's saying I'm the shit, you eventually gonna believe it. Just how it works. And what most people don't realize is that in all reality, you might be the shit in high school, but once you get to the real world, nobody's gonna care about you, gang. Nothing that you do in high school matters in the real world. It only matters at that high school. Once you leave that high school, you're gonna have this inflated sense of entitlement that you don't deserve because you didn't do shit in the real world. I know that's a lot of big words for the simple-minded people, but basically what I'm trying to say is
you are not him.
Being lit in high school doesn't mean you're gonna be lit in real life. Up until you're 18, you're really just in the pre-trial.
I'm gonna say this, right? It's a fact. That's why you gotta humble yourself right now. Probably balling out in high school. You're good at something. You got a skill that you're good at that can't nobody compare to, right? People are not your level. You got that early, right? Humble yourself, bro. Because there's better out there. There's just better out there. You get to high school, you're going to see in anything you do, there's always somebody who's better than you. You're just in high school. You're best at your school. But like he said, like one cloud said, your high school ain't the only high school that exists. You might think it is, but it's not. Plenty of the high schools. And high school is just 4 years. Once you get out, that's when the real world, that humbling experience, that's when this shit gonna hit you.
Oh, life anyways. Life doesn't really start until you graduate high school. So anything you do before that doesn't really matter unless you sign like an NIL deal or you just start a company when you're young. Or do YouTube in high school. Yeah, you never know. So once you...
Hey, yo, don't be afraid to start YouTube. Don't be afraid to start YouTube in high school. Be the trendsetter. Everybody gonna follow suit when you really start popping. Your video's gonna be trash at first, but you keep posting, stay consistent, gonna start popping. I shouldn't even be saying this because I be lazy sometimes, but I'm still getting my videos out as much as possible. You feel me? So.
You get to the real world or college or whatever you decide to do, and you realize nothing's owed to you. Nobody really likes you. Nobody knows who you are. You're finna have a reality check. If you try to carry on like you're that nigga, people are going to make sure you know that you're not that nigga. And eventually, things will go wrong. Start failing classes because you think you're too good for them. Play sports, you're going to be lazy because you think you should automatically start.
Never be a too cool for school ass nigga. Never be that type of nigga, bro. At least do the bare minimum. Don't be getting F's. F's, you getting E's, nigga, you getting Z's and shit. On all your classes, don't do that, bro. At least get some C's. Your C's are higher.
Or you're not gonna start. And this will eventually cause a downhill landslide until you're flipping off fries at McDonald's. Point being, too much ego in high school will always be your downfall. Now, of course, this isn't always the case. I'm not saying that all popular kids will end up going down this path. But if you have an inflated sense of ego for no reason other than you're a senior in high school, your ass is going to get a reality check once you get to the real world. Reason the other than...
Hey, but I just saw something. Hey, yo. So that shit funny as hell, bro. That's what I was literally just talking about. Well, 14-year-old freshman is crazy though. Come on, baby.
Senior in high school, your ass is gonna get a reality check once you get to the real world. Just being real. This happens to a lot of girls too. That's why they get pregnant. They think they're the queen of the world and nothing's gonna stop them until they get a baby in their belly. And oh look, Roe versus Wade is in. And now your state doesn't allow abortion, so now you got to keep the baby. And eventually you'll become a stay-at-home mom that gets beat by her husband because you don't know how to season your chicken correctly, or just another single mom. I already know how that goes. Okay.
You know how it is, bro. I know almost every high school you gonna see that one girl. I mean, that literally gets pregnant, bro, in high school. Son, that shit is in it.
Case in point, don't have
behind me, son.
Sin number 2. But before we really get into this, go sub up to the live channel. I want to get this live channel to 10K by the end of the month. If we do, I'll upload an extra video next week. I'll be hell trying to get the video ready, but hey, we gonna do it. So make sure you sub up to the live channel. And the video on the screen is probably the best one on there, so go ahead and click that shit. Anyways, back to the video. Sin number 2, not having backup plans. Okay, this one's primarily for athletes. I'm gonna just be very real with y'all. We all know that one.
Yeah, athletes pay attention. I ain't even gonna talk too much. You feel me? I'm gonna talk afterwards. After the video's over, because hey, we already 10 minutes into this video, and it's literally 3. I ain't gonna talk too much.
He talks about how he could have been to the league if his knee didn't give out, or if his girl didn't get pregnant. That always talks about how okay, this one's primarily for athletes. I'm gonna just be very real with y'all. We all know that one old head that always talks about how he could have been to the league if his knee didn't give out, or if his girl didn't get pregnant, or some extravagant tragedy just didn't happen to him. And usually that old head is probably working some sort of UPS job, maybe a blue collar job, maybe he's flipping your fries at Wendy's, or the most likely option, he's probably selling drugs on your street and trapping. Don't forget trapping. My case in point, a lot of people end up like this old head. You want to know why I say that? Because we all know one. See, athletes, especially nowadays, commonly rely solely on their sport that they play to get them through life. Whether it's basketball, football, track, college, whatever it is, bro, they rely solely on that. They rely on this to get them to college, hope they go pro, but most likely they probably won't. It's just really, really hard, and people just don't realize that. So once their playing days are over, usually
that type of stuff you really got put that work in. It don't matter if you're a late bloomer, it don't matter if you started but you was 5. Once you get to high school, bro, you really gotta put that work in, bro. Cause a lot of stars, it was trash in middle school, but they really started kicking it up because they was putting that work in, them hours every single day, whether it be on the field or on the basketball court. The basketball court I can relate to, shooting before school and after school, and then doing homework, and then they got a bunch of different workouts to do, and they're not just doing skill work, doing physical work, all this other stuff. But you just go to the court once a week, shoot around a little bit, come back home after 15 minutes, post on your Instagram story, you working out, stuff like that. And I never did that. Only time I did that on my Instagram, but I would be there for hours. You feel me? Anytime I go to the basketball court, I literally post it. I literally post when I'm there and when I'm leaving. I'll be there for hours, bro. I don't play. You feel me? But a lot of niggas just be there for 15 minutes. They got this fake grind shit going on. Hey.
They don't know what to do with their life. Some respond quickly and just get a regular job, and others use their degrees and actually find a job in that field and end up having decent lives. But other people who put their whole existence in life into one sport usually just don't know what to do with themselves. They go into a deep depression, have to really find themselves, because without that one sport that really made them who they are, what are they? And these type of people usually end up being on the street or in the streets for a professional job. I'm not kidding.
And we're gonna get to that point. But most of the times it's skill, not having the proper skill, and you just playing, you not focused on skill development, really becoming a physical force, you feel me? I really putting them hours in the gym. You just playing for fun and think you can slide in to so-and-so team, whatever, you get picked up, and that's what they do. Or you don't care about practice and that, stuff like that. But other reasons may be politics. That's why you never know. You never know, right? You could get into legal trouble. You could have a kid, like you stated. You never know what's going to happen. So it's always good to have a backup plan. I tell you this all the time. And I've always thought about this since I was younger. It's always good to have a backup plan. And things as big as sports, right? Where you got to put multiple years and hours in to commit to something that only a small percentage of people qualify for. And that's anything in life, but sports is the most commonly known thing where it's just like a small percentage of people making it inside. Everybody knows that. You feel me?
Look up most P stars and what they did in the past, bro. It's crazy. But usually these people,
Hey, y'all go look that up. I ain't gonna look that up, bro. You feel me?
people who don't know what to do with their lives, they just end up doing something boring and just usually end up having shitty lives, or at least shittier lives than they did in high school. Especially if they didn't go to college for that sport. It's a big problem in modern day culture and especially in the black community, but I think I'm gonna save that for another video. But my point is saying this is a big reason for people peaking in high school. People get lit at this sport, they a 5-star, king of the school, highly touted prospect, supposed to go to the league, and then something happens. They get injured, get in some legal trouble, hell, sleep with a white girl. That's always a killer for most athletes' career. Now all of a sudden their careers are over and nobody cares about them no more. All the hype and all the praise and fame is gone. Just like that. A lot of us will never have to go through that, but I can only imagine the amount of pain you will go through with that. Like, that depression after that would just be crazy, bro.
Especially after you committed so many years to this and so many hours and stress. Time where you just went on the court, you just crying on the court thinking about your future, and you actually, the shit just don't go your way. Gotta have that backup plan, baby. But nevertheless, keep putting that work in and keep grinding. Don't give a fuck what nobody say. You got the vision. Keep chasing, and you're gonna see the benefit.
But again, my whole point behind this, if you don't want to peak in high school, have a backup plan. Don't make your sports your whole identity. I don't care if you're Jalen Green or Victor Wembanyama. He goddamn, that nigga like 7'5", bro. Like, what the hell? Anything can happen. And if that thing does happen, you can't play your sport no more. What are you going to do with your life? So my advice to you, always have a backup plan, no matter how good you are. And the third and final way to peak in high school is by getting too lit. Now, in my tenure of YouTube, I've talked about a bunch of things.
That's so true, bro.
One of my favorite videos that I've done is my high school parties video. Reason why is because high school parties are just lit, bro. Like, I'm gonna just be very real with y'all. Like, if you've never been to a high school party, go to one, bro. They are always fun, bro. As long as you got the right people, the right music, the right products there, you're gonna be fine. But the products part gets a little bit.
And for me, it's music. I ain't never been that products guy. You feel me? I never been a products guy. For me, music and dancing. I love to dance. I love to get lit. You feel me? Hey, as long as the music's right. You know, there's areas for me to dance circles, you feel me? And girls, and my niggas is there. I'm coolin'. I'm gonna have a good time. When one of those is off, I might not have too much fun, you feel me?
It's slippery. Because the thing about having these amenities, whether it's the drink part, gets a little bit slippery. Like products there, you're gonna be fine. But the products part gets a little bit slippery. Because the thing about having these amenities, whether it's the drink or the gas, is that they're very easily abusable. I've seen a lot of people who just get lit way too much, party way too hard, and just do the absolute most, end up ruining their lives before it really even gets started. Because a lot of people don't really realize this, but like doing a lot of drugs in high school really does have a big effect on the rest of your life, bruh. And if you're showing up to school lit every single day, like there's no way you gonna graduate with like passing grades. It's just not gonna happen. And if you do, there's no way you're gonna get through college. Like, let's be real. Most likely, you're gonna end up being in fast food, end up as a blue collar, or end up trapping. That's just how it goes. If you can't lock in and get some work done at no.
Yeah, and again, ain't nothing with the flipping the patties and the blue collar. Somebody gotta do it. You know, them jobs there for a reason. This guy eat. But you know, if you want to be successful, if you want to be a star, you got it. You can't be doing that. You can't be complaining when years to come you ain't reach your potential, or you ain't reach the dream that you set up for yourself. Because you was out smoking weed, drinking lean. My nigga got a lean gun in high school, nigga. What we doing? Right? And all I'm saying is, if you got dreams, aspirations, man, you gotta cut out a lot of these distractions. And substance abuse, the products, you gotta lay off them, man. Every now and then, but not too much.
no period of your life, especially in high school when it's very easy. Like, let's be real, most schools aren't hard. How do you really expect yourself to really survive in the real world? But also, there's one more thing. If you really want to succeed after high school, you need to work hard. You need to believe in yourself. Besides that, those are the 3 ways to peak in high school. Follow all my socials, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Discord right here. Join that up. Live channel right here. Go ahead and sub to that. But besides that, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank you and goodbye.
Alright, y'all. Video's over, bro. Feel me? I hope y'all like the 2 cents I gave on this video. Video gonna be long, might be 20 minutes. But if y'all still tuned in, thank you. Feel me? I really enjoy y'all tuning into the whole video. I had fun making this video. And, you know, I learned a few things while y'all learning too. It's always just good to give out these reaction videos, man. You feel me? I have a fun time, bro. But, yeah. If y'all want more content like this, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, right here. Y'all see on the left, no, not right there. On the right corner of the screen, YouTube recommended you this video. I don't know. I think I think YouTube wants you to see. I think YouTube wants you to clear your one-itis. You feel me? Some girl probably did you dirty in the past. You still think about it to this day. So y'all go ahead and go watch that video right here. Click on my channel for more content. It's your boy JixRoc. See, I live my brothers and sisters. I'm signing out. Peace.